Hey everyone, just wanted to put out a disclaimer here that we are not medical doctors or medical professionals. We are just here just offering what has worked for us in our lives with this information.
And the information that we are providing for you today is we're using the medical medium books, Anthony Williams' books, the Liver Rescue book and Life Changing Foods to take the information and share with you. Thanks. Hello, and welcome to our second podcast, podcast number two for One Step at a Time. My name is Lou, and I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and this is my co host.
Hi, I am Catherine and I am from Northern New York in the United States.
Cool. And today our topic is on lemon water and the benefits of helping with cleansing the liver. So, Catherine, your go.
All right. I figured we would start off talking, I think, about the liver. And there is a really great paragraph in the first chapter of Liver Rescue that I want to read before we get into it. If that is okay with all of you. Yes, Liver Rescue.
Hang on. There we go. Liver Rescue
It has the
by
apple.
Anthony Williams. Hang on. Oh, my hand's in the way. There we go.
Beautiful. Truth is, your liver is the best friend you've ever had. It performs over 2,000 critical functions that are undiscovered by medical research and science. It works hard for you night and day. It prepares ahead when it knows you need extra support, and it's there to clean up the mess after your earthly mistakes. It's a storehouse, a filter, a processing center, a garbage service, and more. It shields you, it protects you, and it defends you from every angle. It's been looking out for you all along, dying out fires, diffusing bombs, taking bullets for you, rounding up the bad guys inside of you, and preventing internal disasters. Your liver is the reason, after everything you've been through in life, that you're still alive. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
it's insane. So I just want to do a little bit more on the liver for everybody. So I want to give the analogy of liver being kind of like your dishwashing filter. So if you don't clean out your dishwasher filter on a fairly regular basis, it gets pretty revolting and disgusting and gungy. So just when you take out your liver, your take out your liver, when you take out your dishwasher filter and you give it a bit of a clean, um, lemon juice can do this, lemon water can do the same type of function. But let's face it, our livers cop a lot of abuse. Um, but also, I just wanted to talk about the liver insofar as, with regards to our blood, AW talks a lot about the blood and how it can get pretty dirty. And so the liver is the filter that cleans out the blood. So most humans are chronically dehydrated or mildly to chronically dehydrated throughout their lives. And when you're eating foods throughout your day and your night, and you're drinking and just anything that you consume, um, anything that's fresh in there and has water molecules in it, your liver will take those molecules and store them through a chemical process. It takes them and then it stores them deep inside your liver. And when you become chronically dehydrated, it reaches into those resources and it can help to send them to your brain and your heart to help your heart and brain function and get through the chronic dehydration until they get rehydrated again once you've had a drink or of some description or eaten fresh food. So it's really it's an incredible organ, and we don't know much about it. So it's really lovely to be able to connect with it just on a on a level that you can just say, "Hello, liver, you're working really, really hard for me," and there's some really simple things you can do to help your liver, help it with all its functions.
Yeah, it's also, yeah, that's a good point you make to make sure you talk to your liver and talk to your body. It's doing incredible things for you every single day and you just don't know, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, regarding lemons and limes, that's what we're discussing today and how they can really help your liver in a really simple but powerful way. So, some of the amazing features of lemon and limes are that they're really, really hydrating. Voila! They're really hydrating. Uh, they also produce electrolytes in our bodies. They contain mineral salts and trace mineral salts, and they have a highly active form of vitamin C and a really usable form of vitamin C and calcium. And what they do is it's quite amazing that there's a chemical function that happens within our bodies when the calcium and the vitamin C from lemons and limes come together. It's kind of like a power couple in our body, and they go and hang out together in our bodies and do all these amazing things. And they just work together to help prevent diseases. So by virtue of just drinking your lemon or lime water, all these incredible functions are going on, and things are going on inside your body, and all you have to do is drink the water with the juice in it. You don't even have to think about all the things that your liver's doing; it just does it automatically. So yeah, it's just quite incredible what lemons and limes, something as simple as lemons and limes do. They create an alkalinity inside your body, and as a you know, whatever you're doing throughout the day, if you're having a lot of foods that are not helping your body, that lemon and lime water will be alkalizing your body for you. How miraculous is that?
Incredible.
Now, I think you're going to say some things about lemons
Oh,
and limes too,
yeah. The
Catherine.
one thing I also wanted to say, I think he said this if I say it wrong, but he says that it's living water. When you add lemons and limes to your water, you make it living water, kind of like the ocean or the lakes or your rivers all around you.
Yeah,
That is considered living water, right? Might be. I don't know.
yeah, absolutely.
I like to think of it as that. Um, the one thing that I really wanted to say was that he has a sentence in Life-Changing Foods about lemons and limes that to me it just stuck out really well, and it's always kind of stuck with me. Um, and he says, going through detox without drinking enough living water. I did add living in there, sorry. I'll say it again. Going through detox without drinking enough living water is like t taking the trash out to the curb with no waste management service to pick it up. And so, kind of like how Lou was talking about how your liver becomes like the gross, the gross dishwasher filter. Your liver is going to dig up all these gross toxins and pathogens and whatever else is stored in your body, and it's going to kind of bring it to the bloodstream and bring it to an available space where it can get eliminated from your body. But if you're not doing anything that's going to help eliminate it, how is it supposed to get out of your body? Otherwise, it's just going to go back into where it is and it's not going to leave.
Yeah, the liver takes it back in if it's not removed, and then the liver stores it. But with so much, because of our generally speaking, on the planet now, so many humans have such dirty blood from multitudes of sources. You know, breathing in polluted air and drinking polluted water, um, and all the foods with everything that's in the food supply nowadays. Um, it's just a given that we're going to be a bit, you know, we're going to have a lot of chemicals and a lot of toxins in our bodies. That's just how it happens. And so, yeah, there's just this miraculous thing where lemons and limes squeezed into water brings the water alive, and it can help clean you out when you've become a bit toxic.
Um,
So,
and the one tip that he says, which maybe I'll repeat it at the end, um, is try drinking 2 16 ounces of water with half lemon or lime squeezed into each just after waking up. Then give your liver 15 to 30 minutes. He does just say 30, but I'm adding 15 to 30 minutes to drink before eating breakfast. Just
that's it.
I have a great like there have been mornings where I've been really, really groggy and just not feeling great. And then I always carry my lemon water with me to bed. And then I will drink that immediately when especially when I'm feeling not great. And then within a couple minutes, I start to feel a lot better and then have to go to the bathroom because my liver was digging up all this crap while I was sleeping and it didn't have anywhere to go. So I had to
Absolutely.
put water in.
And I just want to reiterate what you said before, Catherine, about the living water. You can take a water that, if you have, if you're out during the day and you end up drinking from, getting one of those little fountains to drink from, and you don't know whether the water's filtered or not, or just drinking tap water. Taking that water that's got lots of chemicals in it, might have chlorine or you don't know, and just squeezing some lemon or lime into it, that makes it changes it to a bioavailable water. And that's a gift. That's a gift. And this is all medical medium information.
Yeah. I don't know if he's called it dead water, but like tap water goes through like pipes, metal pipes, whatever. I don't know if it's copper pipes or whatever pipes are wherever
Like
you
it depends.
know.
Yeah, it depends on where you are.
They use a lot of treatments to treat the water throughout the systems and stuff. So you don't really know what's in that water. And yeah, by adding the lemon or lime into your water can definitely help.
Yeah, it's awesome. So I think, Catherine, you were talking about doing a bit of an experiment
Yeah.
today.
Um, I was really excited to do this because it just really felt really exciting. But before I get to it, I wanted to talk about because Lou hit on a little bit about dirty blood, and I do actually have a story about dirty blood, or my own personal story. And funnily enough, I used to work as a medical technologist in clinical microbiology, and actually this week that I decided to donate blood, I was actually training on positive blood cultures for microbiology. So for my break, I had asked the person who was training me, like, can I go donate blood? Because I used to do it about once a year. And so I did. And this wasn't the first time that it had happened to me, but so you, when I did it, I was laying down and they always have you squeeze a ball, when you're giving blood. And I remember, like, I thought I was super healthy, like I was doing CrossFit at the time. I was working out a lot and, I thought I was eating healthy. I was eating a lot of stuff that I thought was healthy. But I was laying down and I was squeezing the ball and all of a sudden this person comes around and they're like, "Oh, your blood has stopped going in the bag. Your blood's not draining anymore." And I was like, "What do you mean my blood's not draining? I'm squeezing this ball like you said. Like, what's going on?" And I 100% believe that it's because I had thick blood. And it started to get to like 45 minutes, an hour, where like 30 minutes, and my trainer had to come down to be like, "Hey, I just wanted to check to make sure everything was all right." And then I had to explain to her that my blood kind of stopped circulating. And I 100% probably believe I had very, very dirty blood at that time. 100%.
Wow. Wow. That's
Really
incredible.
kind of relate it to. I don't know, but that's just what I kind of felt after
Yeah.
blood story. Anyway, so recently Medical Medium just did a podcast, which is this where the science experiment kind of came into my mind, which I'm sure you have all done part of this science experiment, but not the second half. Um, and the podcast was, I don't know if he says 369 cleanses beforehand, but it's about the 369 cleanses that he's talked about, and the subtitle I think is Peeling the Onion. I'm probably paraphrasing. It's totally okay. But I'm gonna read some of the stuff from that and the lemon water that we've been talking about, or lemon lime water. All right. So he goes to say that it's not the quantity of the water we consume, it's the quality of the water that matters. Because the water is not a strong enough binder. It's not a strong enough eliminator of toxins and poisons. So he gives two examples, which I think are really great real life examples that I'm sure people can really relate to. So he says first a greasy, oily pan, and if you put just water in it, how much oil is going to come off, Water, it's not going to do anything to your pan. He also says, or an oil stain on your garage floor from your car or your lawnmower. The water is not just going to take the oil off because the water and oil don't mix. So my science experiment starts off with oil. So obviously you might have done this in, grade school. And as you can tell, the oil and water is already separating because oil and water do not mix. This like a known thing. I mean, I did this, I think, when we were in fourth grade, but we added other stuff to it. But just so you can clearly see, I'm doing this in real time. Oil and water are not going to mix.
No, they won't. Actually, you just reminded me too, Catherine, of um, when we were talking about the dishwasher filter earlier and then the oil and water in your glass, of when you've had an oily meal and then you wash your plates off or you're putting your dishes in the sink and then you look around the edge of the sink and there's oily sort of stains around there. Well, you need to have a brush and a bit of detergent to clean that off, right? And it's the same in your body and for your liver. There needs to be more than just, there needs to be something put into your body to help clean. And this morning, or today, we happen to be discussing the values of lemon and lime helping to clean the liver, especially once the liver's done its work and brought all the toxins out or brought certain toxins out to be cleaned away. So it's a pretty profound and powerful tool, but for us as humans, it's a very simple thing to do. Just to squeeze a bit of lemon or squeeze a bit of lime in water and drink it first thing in the morning, so that overnight when the liver has collected all the rubbish and puts it out ready for collection, then all we have to do is just drink that water, that lemon and lime water, lemon or lime water, and then it just makes life a little bit easier for that incredibly powerful organ inside us called the liver. So we all have busy lives and we all want things simplified and to be easy, and doesn't get much easier than lemon and lime water. So, yeah. Would you like to add anything, Catherine?
Yeah, I've not done my science experiment. So,
Oh, cool.
or yeah, that's okay. So I have more to say as well from his
Go
podcast.
for it.
So the water is not going to remove the oil and it's not going to remove the grease off of any of your pans or any of the garage floor. So dumping a bunch of water inside, just water inside your bodies is not going to cleanse and detox to push everything out that is not a good thing. To push everything out that is to push every hold on. And
It's all
detox
good.
push everything out is not a good thing. So this just means that you can't clean up everything with just water. So then he goes on to say, and if somebody's bloodstream is dirty and thick, it is most likely means that they have a lot of fat in the bloodstream. Oh, and fat is oil. So in order to, you know, get rid of the oil from your body, like Lou was saying, using lemon and lime water is a great thing. And so he goes on to say that there are things inside lemon water that are degreasers. So you need a degreaser, like she was saying, detergent. In order to get rid of the oil, you need to neutralize it. So basically, it's kind of like when you use acid. Back when I used chemistry in college, we had to neutralize the acids or the bases that we were using in order to make them safe to dispose of them. So, in order to get rid of this oil, in order to neutralize it, so I can't just pour this down the sink, you have to add some lemon water. So if lemon water is a degreaser, I just have straight lemon juice. This I'm not saying to take a shot of lemon juice. I'm just trying to make a point here. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm assuming it is because that is just what's on my mind. This is the first time I'm doing this. But you see, I have oil in this cup, so now I'm going to pour.
Oh, wow. Look at that, Catherine.
Pretty much, it did neutralize a lot of this oil, but yes, you can kind of see the oil is still at the top, probably because I needed a little bit more lemon. But compared to this, I had
Yes.
about the same amount of oil in this cup as I did this one. Um,
Yep.
so it really drives the point home that it is important to eat fruits and vegetables that are really good for you that have these properties and qualities that can help degrease out the oils and the fats and whatever toxins are in our bodies. This might be a little bit too much for a second episode, but that's okay. As well as, I mean, it did the best that it can do with the amount of oil I have, as well as,
And remember too, it's only one tool, Catherine.
right, yeah.
There are thousands of tools, and this is one, and it is an amazing tool. Like what you just showed then is fantastic.
As well as I did end up saving a little bit of celery juice this morning. I usually save some for nighttime, but I decided to save extra so I could see if this will actually work as well. I put a little bit less oil just because I didn't have as much celery juice. So he also says that there are degreasers naturally inside of celery juice as well. So I bet it'll probably do about the same amount of thing. Um, but we can see. Well, it looks a lot better than this, I guess.
Wow.
Just kind of trying to show you that pretty much having fat and oil is not necessarily a terrible thing, but you don't want an excess in your body, I guess. That's what I was trying. So that's kind of what it looks like. I can't really tell if it actually completely got rid of it, but it did get rid of some of them for sure.
But remember, Catherine, what our podcast is called, One Step at a Time.
True.
So it's all helping.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. That was great. Um, so so that just sort of rounds it all up for us today, or concludes it for us today, that we just wanted to discuss the benefits of vitamins, of the lemon and limes in water, and how they can help cleanse your liver, and just having them first thing in the morning, just to cleanse out whatever the liver has pushed out, and just the power of that. And it's a simple solution. Thank you for joining us on our second podcast, One Step at a Time, and we will see you next time. Thanks, Catherine.
Sounds good. And
See
always
you.
remember to take it one step at a time.
Absolutely.